Hey guys, my name's April Whitlock. I am the CEO and Ambassador #1 with Fundanoodle. And thanks for taking the time to join today, whether you're going to join live while we're actually doing this morning, or you watch it later on our site or it gets shared with you. What I want to do this morning, just spend a little bit of time, coffee talk to you a little bit about the Ambassador Program. The Ambassador Program was launched in February of last year, and so we are a new and growing mission of mostly women who are looking to not only empower their lives by starting their own business with early education products, but also to empower other moms and teachers and members of their community that are just actively looking for hands-on learning tools. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in this call today talking about our product because there is so much information that's already out there on the web. Just take a look at our Facebook page and then read some of the testimonials and the pictures. Go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Fundanoodle Learning, and take a look at some of the short videos that show the products. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I mean, we have some. I always have them. What I want to talk about, what they do is we use these products to make sure that children have the tools that they need to build up these muscles, the muscles in their hands, that they have the tools that they need to build up their fine motor skills, to work on their core, and so they can sit at a desk, to work on their hand-eye coordination and their visual perception. All the tools that we bring to the table are things that a tablet cannot do and that a computer cannot do. That is one of the objections if you join us as an ambassador that you will hear all the time is, oh, we got an app for that. We got an app to teach our kids how to write or how to learn their letters. But an app is not going to build up the muscles of the hands. An app is not going to help a child learn how to strengthen the hand and the wrist so they can play baseball better and play the piano better and work on art better and actually cut in the classroom and hold a pencil properly. An app is not going to do that. So we bring tools to the table that are extremely cost effective to help parents find pockets in their day, 5-10 minutes here, to get a child off the screen and to get them learning with their hands. Whether they're using our magnetic letters to build their letters or our pounding kit to pound out letters and numbers, whether they're working on one of our myriad of activity books where they're actually using that transfer in their brain from one side to the other to their hand, all those things that need to happen that cannot be replicated on an app. So just know, if you join us in this mission for what we're doing, we are not anti-technology. Trust me, technology has a time and a place. We do believe that it's being introduced way too early to children, and that what you're seeing now is a generation of children entering kindergarten who just don't have basic motor skills because they've spent so much time on this. I love my phone, and my kids love my phone, but we also know that it's really important as a mom and as a teacher to find tools that kids will like to do that helps them build up that fine motor control and those hand strength. And that's exactly what the Fundanoodle products are all about. And that's as much as I want to say about them. You can check out, they're awesome. They're extremely cost effective. We have things that range from as little as $5.99 up to larger kits that go up to $74.99 and everything in between. As an ambassador, what your main focus is to bring this mission, this hands-on learning mission, and these tools to your community. One of the things that we have learned through the last several years of this product being either in retail or sold to schools is that unlike online, a lot of other online things that you can sell or that you can promote, our story is best told in a one-on-one interaction or in a group interaction. Our story is best told when a mom has a chance to watch their children engage with the product. Our story is best told when somebody can walk into a preschool classroom and drop off some samples for the teachers to play with, and the teachers can respond, as they always do, is, oh, I need this, I need this, I need scissors that aren't going to damage my hair, I need something to engage in sensory, because all of my kids are having sensory issues now because they've been on technology way too long. So what we found with the Ambassador Program is the reason it's so important to us and to our mission is because where we grow is in the local community. When you can go into the people who surround you, to the parents that you know, to the preschool teachers next door, to the kindergarten teachers, to that homeschool mom, when you can talk to them and have an interaction and build a relationship with them, and they can see what benefits your products have, that is when you really start building a strong and thriving business as a Fundanoodle ambassador. So that's the one thing that I want to say right up front. We have some folks who are doing very well online, doing Facebook parties and different things, but mostly with our business, you're going to be using Facebook and Instagram to increase your following and to build contacts that you can personally reach out to. We are not a program that you are going to be able to go and do a live or a Facebook page and have a ton of orders immediately right there, unless you are already a teacher blogger or an OT blogger or already have a significant following on Instagram. Because if you do, then you're just bringing an additional resource to the table and you can be very successful online. But if you don't, if you're just like me, you're just a mom who's found something that she's completely and totally passionate about, then your job to build your business is going to be sharing it. It's going to be getting out in your community. It's going to be inviting people into your home or going into their home. It's going to be finding where there's teacher trainings in your neighborhood and going and having a booth there. It's going to be setting up an activity center at a fall festival. It's going to be sharing. And so we're looking for people who are not only very passionate about education and little learners, regardless if you're a teacher, OT, doesn't matter, just that you really want kids to learn, but we're looking for people who are willing to have the conversations and who get excited about that type of interaction and who want to reach out and to talk to people and to share with them about what we're doing and the program that we're building here. So that I want to make sure we put out front because there's a lot of opportunities. If you're looking to start a home-based business, there are so many things that you can choose from lipstick to skincare to essential oils to cleaning products to games, you name it. But when you choose to be a Fundanoodle ambassador, you're choosing not only to look for a way to build a side business that can be lucrative, but you're also looking to make a difference. That's one of the things I hear over and over again from the people who have already joined us, is the thrill that they get and that I always get when they hear back from a mom whose child refused to practice their handwriting, but now ask, can I have I can write uppercase letters, but Mom, I want to do L again. I want to zip, zoom, and buzz. To the child that she couldn't get dinner made unless she put them in front of a screen, will now happily pull out the I Can Pound kit and pound away with different exercises the entire time she's making dinner. As an ambassador, you get to have an impact on people's lives, on their kids' lives. Moms who come to us and say, I just got an OT referral. I don't know what to do. Where do I go from there? How do I take care of my child? Those moms get to now come to you and say, oh my gosh, this is fun. This isn't scary. It's not crazy expensive. And this stuff is helping my child. So that's one of the big takeaways as we're early in our growth process, that maybe we may not have the I retired my husband success stories yet, but we do have unbelievable stories of the impact of the product and the fact that as an ambassador that you are making a difference, not only in kids who may be on the spectrum or who may have some sensory processing issues, whose parents are just, honestly, they are just desperately looking for resources. You can make a huge difference in their life. But also for that mainstream child who may not have got as much practice as they needed as a 3-4-year-old with their hands, and they're going into kindergarten and they're struggling to write. So that means they're struggling to do math because they have to write. And they're struggling to practice their sentences and their sight words because they have to write them. You can help that mom too by giving her the tools that she needs to get her kid excited again about writing and about writing numbers and letters. So a couple things about what we are. We are a direct sell company. You do make money by selling our products. You start at 20% commission from the day that you join, and after you have a lifetime of $1,500 in sales, you jump up to 25%, and you can never be pulled down. There is a variety of ways that there are some ambassadors who they are perfectly happy with that, and that's what they're not building a team. What they may already have a thriving tutoring practice, or they may be a teacher and they're just looking for something on the side, or an OT who wants to add the Fundanoodle products into their suite of business. And they're just looking for that, and that's awesome, and that's great for them. And then there's folks who are like, no, I want more. I want this to become a part-time job, or ultimately down the road replace a full-time job. So you can build teams, you have that opportunity, and you do earn downline bonuses based on your team's performance. So we'll get that out of the way. You can check out our compensation plan at fundanoodle.com/ambassador. We have 3 different ways to join us. We just introduced a brand new $99 basic kit, which has a great sample of our products. You can move up to the $115 Junior Ambassador kit, which brings in a couple of the more popular manipulatives. Or then for $175, you pretty much get one of our biggest and best, and as well as some catalogs and marketing materials. So those are the 3 different ways that you engage with us. And the only other expense that you have that's required is we do require your website and your virtual office, because you do, as you're building up your customer base and you're building up folks, you want it to be easy for them to buy something for a birthday gift after they've met you, or for them to find you. So you want to have that online shop so people can find you easily and sell, as well as you want to have the back end office so you can manage your business and communicate well. That's $15 a month, and that fee doesn't kick in until after your first full month. So for example, if you decide to join us today or this week, you would not see a $15 charge on your account until December 1st. You would get all of October and all of November for free. So those are the only requirements. We do not require you to keep inventory. We do not require you to buy anything. You can buy product at a discount for your own personal use or to create samples. We have a lot of different ways for you to earn product credit so you can build up cash and carry if that's something you want to do with your business and do some cash and carry things. But there's no requirement, and there's no like you have to have this much inventory in stock, and there's no sales requirement either. You don't have to have a certain amount each month or a certain amount over a rolling period. The commitment really is just an enrollment kit and your monthly website fee. Now, what we don't have right now is we don't have huge incentive trips to send you on. We don't have extra huge, large bonuses that you can earn over a given time. We will, as we grow, definitely have those things. But still being in our first 2 years, we're still in a growing process. So what we do have is we do have monthly incentive programs where you're earning you can earn some gift cards, or you can earn product credit, or different things we give away. We do offer monthly incentives for your customers. So even though we're not introducing brand new product every month or every quarter, we definitely try to do at least 1 or 2 things a year. You have the opportunity to go back to your customer base that you're building every month with a new sale or a new promo. One of the things we do have, even though we have a limited number of products, is we do have multiple ways that you can sell them. And is a lot to take in, so I'm not going to spend too much time, but we've packaged things in great kits. We've put together a gift subscription service so that if you have a grandmother who's like, oh, I want to buy something for my child that doesn't have batteries, you're like, here we go. One payment that grandmother makes, and their grandchild will get 4 different products, one a month for 4 months in the mail. So what kid doesn't like getting something in the mail, and what mom doesn't like having a present come in the mail that's educational and fun? We also work with you through our training process to teach you how to sell the way that you're most comfortable. So we have some ambassadors that completely focus on the mom, and they host what we call play dates. And some of those play dates are just for moms, and some of those play dates they bring their kids. And those ambassadors focus on those individual relationships and building those up over time and increasing that network. We have other ambassadors who focus on schools, mostly preschools and daycares, after-school programs, some pre-K programs. But they focus on building their business by calling on these church programs, Y programs, these small areas that really don't have education reps calling on them. They're normally just looking through a catalog and buying. But we are able to come in with some expertise to help them not only help them by selling them product, but helping them by talking to their parents. We can always come in as this third-party advocate when the teachers are just banging their heads against the wall because the parents like, I don't want you to use scissors in the classroom because I don't want Janie's hair to get cut or her new dress. If the preschool teacher's getting that, then you talk to them about our scissors that don't cut anything but paper. And they're always wanting somebody like us to come in and help validate what they're seeing, that 3-4-year-olds should just be playing and using their hands and cutting and playing with Play-Doh and beating and doing all these things to work on their motor skills. So you can build your business selling to those schools and doing things to sell to the parents through those schools. There's lots of different ways that it can be done. And the cool part is, because we're still in this infancy stage, that you can do things on your own. Our ambassadors are constantly coming back to me with amazing ideas of, can I try this? Can I do this? I'm going to set up a tutoring program. I'm going to set up a mom and me class. I'm going to do an after school camp. Great things that they can do, and then that we share with each other. That's another thing that I want to stress, that what we are is a group of people who are unbelievably supportive of each other, because you know what? We're small. So you don't have to worry about saturation in your market. That's for sure. There is no such thing as saturation. Even here in Charlotte, where we're based, we keep getting all these opportunities that we can't meet because we still don't have enough ambassadors here. So we are not saturated. We are not saturated. But because we're not, because you might feel isolated sometimes if you're the only ambassador in North Dakota, or you're the one of 10 ambassadors in Texas, we keep a really wide network and we work together. We have an amazing Facebook page where everyone is constantly sharing ideas and answering questions. We do have training materials and training documents that we're continuing to try to update, and that's an area where we're really trying to put some emphasis, because we know that's critically important. But the cool thing is that it's very easy to raise your hand and say, I have a question, and have 3 or 4 different people answer that question on Facebook in a matter of minutes. So the support network is awesome. And if that's something that's important to you when you're looking at starting a home-based business or starting something on the side, then know that it's here. It's not competitive. We have ambassadors in Ohio, for example, who work events together. Different teams here in Charlotte, different teams work together on events and are so supportive of each other. And that is something that I am proud of, and I know that will continue. Now, I know a lot of you are like me and have lots of friends that do R&F, and they're all in Vegas this week at this ginormous conference. And we don't have that yet, but we do have our Fiesta. We held our first Fiesta in February of this year here in Charlotte for a small group of people, and we're planning our next one for February of next year. So we have already laid the groundwork of having a national conference, because we know it's super important to bring everybody together face to face. Because you know what? That's what we're all about. We're all about hands-on, and that's what this ambassador program is. It's supporting hands-on learning at home or in the classroom. It's supporting hands-on selling, that you really have to do the work. You have to get in and get your hands dirty and talk to people, talk to everyone you know, have your products with it, demo them. If your child goes to speech therapy or OT and you're in a weight room a lot of times, you should have the stuff there and have the kids working on it. We're definitely looking for people who have that passion. And the passion has to start first with early education, and then second has to be a willingness to put yourself out there and talk to people and share the product and engage in hands-on and face-to-face interaction. There's a lot you can do online, that's for sure, but the bulk, especially in the beginning when you're getting started, is going to be done in kind of in a face-to-face environment. Can be one-on-one, can be in groups, totally up to you. So I know we've definitely had some folks who have joined kind of on the side and of our ambassadors. So there's definitely some folks that you can reach out to, and don't have to just trust me and what I'm saying. I think it's best if you're interested, if you watch this live or you watch this later, because we'll have it out on the site. I think it's important to reach out, look at where, I think we've had somebody join from California, from New York, New Jersey area, and from North Carolina. So it's super important for you to reach out to those folks and talk to them personally about their experiences. So I don't know if there's any questions. I really haven't seen any, and I know that the ambassadors who are on will definitely be able to answer those. But what I hope that I've done today for you is kind of giving you a reality check about what we have to offer. There are, like I said, a myriad of options that you have if you want to sell something on the side. But if you want to sell something on the side that makes a true difference in the life of a child, and you're really passionate about that, then this is a no-brainer. It's an absolutely no-brainer. And if you already have little learners in your house, then it's really a no-brainer because the enrollment kits are significantly discounted. So even at the end of the day, you give this your best shot for the next 6 years, 6 months. 6 years is great too, but you give this your best shot for the next 6 months and you're like, it's not for me. You're walking away very empowered knowing that you can start something from scratch. You're walking away with great products that your kids have already loved because they're going to be your #1 salespeople. You are going to be taking videos of them. You're going to be talking about how they're asking you for this stuff because that's what we see and that's what happens constantly. So really it's a win-win if you're kind of in our sweet spot and our space to take a chance and joining us. And the reason we're really doing this now is because we know what the holiday season looks like in our business. Let me tell you. Santa Claus gave a lot of iCompound kits last year during the holiday season. So, you know, we know that it's a great opportunity for gift giving, not only for birthdays, but as we go into Thanksgiving and you're looking for, you're going to have lots of folks traveling and they're looking for something quiet and engaging to do on a plane or in the car. If you're looking at teachers, you know, classmate gifts, all these different things that are coming up, our product is a perfect fit across the board. So we really definitely love the fact that if you start now, you're starting at an ideal time to hit the ground running because people are going to be looking for what we have to offer as they think about their gift giving and their shopping coming up. So didn't want to go too long because sometimes if lives are too long, people won't pay attention to them. But I would love to answer any questions that you have personally. You can always message directly through the Fundanoodle messaging, and I can reach out and answer your questions. Like I said, there's some solid, wonderful ambassadors who have commented on the thread, so you can reach out to them from a message standpoint to ask them questions. But I would definitely encourage you, if it's something you've been thinking about, if you've been watching us for the last year and a half thinking, that looks interesting, now is the time to jump on board because we are, like I said, going into this holiday season, but we're also at a point where we're over some of the growing pains. We'll still have lots of them as we go, but we really know. We know what we can do and we know what works. We know we have moms who have been able to earn enough money to buy additional technology tools for their children. We know we have moms that went from making absolutely nothing a month because they weren't doing anything to making hundreds of dollars, even more than that each month. We don't have yet that overwhelming success story because most of our ambassadors have only been engaged for right around a year. So we know that the opportunity is there. It's all about who wants to jump on board and do the work to be part of something on the ground floor that can be so much bigger down the road. So as Crazy Daisy, as we call her, here barking back there. She's barking, which means I should probably stop. I'm really honored to be a part of this organization, and I believe so strongly in our passion that we have, in our mission, and most importantly, in our products. So I hope you'll take the leap of faith and join us. Just go to fundanoodle.com/ambassador, and we can get you connected to someone in your area, and you can get started today. Talk to you soon.